Hello there. Across much of Europe, we've seen some largely settled and warmer than average weather recently, but things are now starting to change as low pressure is moving in from the west. So we've already seen the arrival of wet and some blustery conditions across parts of Portugal and Spain. Low pressure then starts to move its way eastwards, so some heavy downpours on Sunday, pushing across parts of France and towards Germany as well. Still holding on to some dry weather across the southeast of the Mediterranean, but we'll also see some showery, cooler weather pushing across the western half of Russia. Largely dry and pretty warm for much of the Balkans towards Turkey, Greece too, so plenty of sunshine here into Croatia and Italy as well. But we have got some gusty winds developing and pushing their way northwards through the Adriatic. Then low pressure really dominating through central and western parts of the Mediterranean, so some showery conditions for the Balearics, for instance. And across Portugal and Spain, we keep some blustery, showery weather, some really torrential rain at times through parts of France and Germany too. Colder conditions across the UK, northern France and Scandinavia, where it's also going to be quite windy over the next couple of days too. So after that chilly start to the week in London and Paris, it will gradually warm up as high pressure builds. We're keeping some showers though for Madrid, but Rome looks dry and a bit warmer as we head through the week as well. Also warming up in Berlin as those showers clear. Heavy downpours, cooler conditions though for Moscow. Bye-bye. Hello. We've got a real contrast in temperature across North America, west to east at the moment. Western areas pretty warm, whereas for central and eastern parts of North America, really cold air in charge here. So quite wintry weather holding on across the southeast of Canada and the far northeast of the United States. We've got these cold easterly winds bringing some snow flurries at times and some heavy rain mixed in as well. Meanwhile, further west, it is looking warm and dry with temperatures above average. We've also got low pressure moving across the upper Midwest towards the Great Lakes with a little bit of rain and also sleetiness mixed in with that. But it is warm and dry for much of Alaska towards British Columbia as well. We keep the warm, sunny weather from Washington State through Oregon down towards California and Arizona as well. So temperatures generally a few degrees above average here in the west. Now, the outlook is a dry one for Vancouver, still quite warm over the next few days. Could be some showers reaching Denver by the time we get to Monday and a dip in the temperature there too. Meanwhile, there's that low pressure system holding on, bringing that rain-snow mix and those blustery northwesterly winds to the likes of Toronto, New York as well. Further south, it's looking dry, if a little bit chilly across the Carolinas. We've got this weather front still bringing some heavy showers across some northern parts of Florida. Could be some thunderstorms and squally winds mixed in. Bit of rain arriving in New York by Monday and a real drop in temperature for Detroit. Bye-bye. Hello, let's take a look at the weather across South America and Central America too. Starting with the satellite image, you can see an area of cloud that brought some outbreaks of rain to parts of Argentina and Uruguay recently as well. That's now clearing off into the Atlantic, leaving drier conditions here. Further north across the continent, though, we are looking at some very heavy rainfall for parts of Colombia, Venezuela too. Could be some flooding as that enhanced rainfall across some northern countries in South America continues into next week. So heavy downpours, Colombia, Venezuela, also Suriname, also the far north of Brazil too. And we've got a few heavy showers lingering off the east coast of Brazil as well on tail end of that frontal system. Further south, it is looking drier for the far south of Brazil, Uruguay, central and northern parts of Argentina, although cooling down here. And for southern Chile, outbreaks of wet and windy weather continue. Now, things will be warming up in Rio de Janeiro over the next 5 days or so. Cooling down, though, for Buenos Aires, with a few showers for Bogota from midweek onwards. Quite a bit of heavy rainfall across eastern parts of Mexico. We've got low pressure towards the Gulf of Mexico, some downpours across the Yucatan Peninsula. Things are looking a little bit drier as we move our way further east across the Caribbean, but still a few heavy showers for parts of Cuba and also for Panama after the recent flooding that we saw there. And we're going to see further showers for Havana, San Salvador and San Jose, but things are looking dry in Kingston. Bye-bye. Hello, let's take a look at the weather across Africa and the Middle East too. And we've had some showers over recent days across parts of North Africa. You can see on the satellite image this cloud here pushing across the likes of Algeria, Tunisia as well. And we'll keep the fairly blustery, showery theme to the weather across parts of the north coast here, particularly for Morocco towards parts of Algeria as well. Further south, still heavy downpours through some central and eastern parts of Africa where we've seen the devastated flooding recently. More heavy rain in particular for parts of Kenya, Tanzania, also Ethiopia towards the DRC. We're set to see some of those showers heavy and thundery over the next few days. Here's the outlook in Cape Town. You can see those temperatures are on the dip as we head through the course of next week. There'll be a bit of rain at times in Nairobi too. It is looking hot and dry in Khartoum, but 1 or 2 showers for Casablanca, Kinshasa and potentially for Lusaka as well over the next few days. Now on to the Middle East, where we've got some strong gusty winds developing, especially across parts of Iraq, Iran and northern Saudi Arabia too. So for this region, we're expecting some dusty or sandy conditions to develop. Still quite hot for Riyadh though, with temperatures around about 40 degrees in the sunshine. And we've got low pressure, which is heading its way northwards across the Caspian Sea. So it's really to the south of that we see some of those strong winds developing. Looking dry for most of our featured cities, not as hot as it has been though for Riyadh. Bye-bye. Hello, thanks for joining me for this look at the weather across South and Central Asia. And we start with a satellite image across India. You can see a few shower clouds that we've had. The showers will tend to build again, particularly as the heat builds during the afternoons over the next couple of days. So further showers across parts of India. Some of them are going to be quite heavy and thundery at times too. We're also seeing some fairly strong gusty winds developing across some northern states. There could be some dust storms in Rajasthan, for instance, during the course of Sunday. You can see where those showers build through the day, anywhere from the likes of Kerala towards West Bengal. Meanwhile, into central parts of Asia, we've got a line of heavy showers lingering across parts of Kazakhstan, but it's looking mostly dry and settled for much of Uzbekistan, also Turkmenistan, into Pakistan as well. 1 or 2 heavy showers across the far north of Pakistan, but it's hot and dry for Karachi towards Mumbai too. Some heavy showers down the west coast of India, more intense rainfall down towards Mali and across Sri Lanka, where there could be some really heavy thunderstorms over the next few days. Heavy showers also bubbling across West Bengal, Bangladesh and across Nepal too. It is looking dry and settled for Mumbai, Dhaka and Islamabad, but Colombo will certainly keep the showers and those thunderstorms at times over the next 5 days or so. We're looking at some rain arriving in Tashkent by the middle of the week with a dip in the temperatures here, but it's dry for Karachi, New Delhi and Chennai. Bye-bye. Hello. After the recent heavy rain and flooding we've seen across parts of Indonesia, including Sulawesi, more heavy downpours to come for Indonesia over the next couple of days. Some heavy rain, some thunderstorms, a little bit drier across parts of Sulawesi, but certainly for Sumatra and Java, more heavy rain in the forecast. Meanwhile, further north, we've had low pressure, which is now clearing away from the Korean peninsula, but bringing some wet and windy weather across much of Japan through the day on Sunday. And then the tail end of that weather front stretches down towards the southeast of China, so some outbreaks of rain lingering for the likes of Hong Kong through the course of the weekend. That should clear into next week. Largely dry for much of Vietnam and Thailand, but heavy downpours persist across much of Indonesia. Tokyo sees that rain continuing over the next couple of days, but it will dry up and warm up as we head through the course of next week. Dry and sunny for Beijing and in Manila, but some heavy showers and thunderstorms for Singapore. Now, much of Australia is looking dry and settled. We've had recent heavy rain and windy conditions across the southeast. Still a few showers lingering in the likes of Melbourne, also for Hobart as well. This low pressure system is crossing the Tasman Sea. It will bring some rain to New Zealand into next week. A window of drier weather across much of New Zealand on Sunday, but also this system in the north will bring some wet weather to the likes of Gisborne and Hawke's Bay. This is the outlook for the next 5 days or so. Some showers likely in Melbourne by Wednesday. Bye-bye.